All right, good morning. It is yet another Reset Monday. And what does that mean for you? That means you get a chance to start again. So, whatever you did this past weekend, whether you didn't move your body or exercise, maybe you weren't getting great sleep, maybe you went to some barbecues and you ate some food that you probably shouldn't have been eating. So, today, Reset Monday is your opportunity to reset. Like, once again, this was birthed out of the madness that I find when we set New Year's resolutions. So we should be utilizing every single week in an effort to reset ourselves so we stay on track with our health and our wellness goals so that we can maximize our lives, our longevity, our vitality, our energy, our relationships. So in today's episode, I'm going to talk about morning routines. Are they really worth it? We hear a lot about the Monday morning, the morning routines. We need to get up, we need to do certain things, we need to exercise. You've got some people with a 5 a.m. club. Some people say you have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You must journal. You must do all these things. Well, really, the morning routine is what makes you feel good. What gives you the ability to feel like you are going to embrace the day, that you're going to be able to go out there and accomplish whatever it is. So maybe it's something, maybe Monday, maybe you have the day off. You just want to go do something with your family. But also, maybe it's something you're working on a project for work and you really want to get some things done, or you want to make contact with some new people in your community. So, whatever it is, whatever your morning routine is, it should set you up for success. So, in today's episode, I'm going to give you my 3 favorite things that I like to do every morning that set me up for success. And they just feel really good. So, they're going to help you in your mind and your body. And you're going to see exactly why you should be doing all 3 of these things. Now, whether you want to do them at 5 a.m. or you want to do them at 7 a.m., I don't really care. So, I personally don't like to get up at 5 a.m. I'm usually up between 6:30 and 7, just naturally with the sunlight and summertime. So we're going to talk about what I do when I get up. Whatever time you choose to make that happen, that's on you. So the very first thing that I want you to do when you wake up in the morning, and this can be every single day. These 3 tips are what I do every day, not just on Mondays, but you can do them every single day. So the first thing is set your intention for the day. So what does that mean? What is it that you really want to accomplish? Again, I mentioned earlier, are there certain people that you want to connect with? Are there certain things that you want to be able to do for yourself? Now, this intention, if it's something big and lofty and it involves a few moving parts, I'm going to actually journal that the night before so that I can sleep on that intention, so that I wake up feeling like I am going to move into that intention. Now, the intention could be something as simple as my second favorite thing, which is whenever I get up in the morning, the very first thing that I do is hydrate. I head straight to the kitchen and I get my big glass of ice water and I drink a full glass of ice water in the morning. So maybe your intention is, I'm going to drink a full glass of water every morning. So you see, it doesn't have to be something big and lofty. I mean, maybe for some people, drinking water is a big lofty intention. But if that's what it takes, then set that intention that you're going to drink that glass of water every single morning when you wake up. We've been asleep, we are dehydrated, our bodies are actually retaining water, but we haven't been able to flush because we haven't been drinking water, we've been asleep. So when you wake up in the morning, you're dehydrated. Usually the first thing people go for is what? Coffee. And so you want to get that water in you before you get the coffee in you, because the coffee is going to make you even more dehydrated. And when your cells are dehydrated, they don't function properly. We have to get in and wake our cells up. We've got to start moving our bodies metabolically so that they can provide us with the alertness and the energy that we need, again, to accomplish the things that we want to accomplish. So first thing, your feet hit the floor in the morning, go to the kitchen and get yourself a big glass of water. I love ice water. There's controversy around that. Should you drink ice water? Should you not drink ice water? Should it be room temperature? Personally, I like ice water. That is what I've been drinking my whole life. It has not been a detriment to my health. Okay. So if you like ice water, go ahead and drink it. A quick story. I had a conversation with my good friend, Dr. Erica Peabody, on our podcast, Chiropractic is Sexy, last Thursday. And she had a patient that had come in that has really bad sciatic or had really bad sciatic pain. And Dr. Erica had been treating her for it. So this woman was talking about, she was at an event and she went to get up from the chair and was clearly uncomfortable, and this woman started talking to her, and she says, "Oh yeah, I've got sciatic pain." And the woman said to her, "You're not drinking ice water, are you? Because ice water and sciatic pain do not mix." Now, I don't know where people come up with these things, but let me tell you, that is 100% not true. So again, it's so fringy. It was hilarious. We had a good laugh on the podcast last Thursday. So if you want to go catch that and hear Dr. Erica tell the story, it was really good. So no, you can drink ice water if you have sciatic pain. You're all good. In fact, you should be hydrating. Hydrate any way you can, because if you've got stress on the discs, it's going to put more stress on the nerves, which is going to increase the pain you're experiencing from sciatic. Okay, so that's it about the ice water. But I will add this, is that I also always use, this is a stainless steel smoothie straw. So it's much bigger than a regular straw. Plus it's stainless steel, so I'm not drinking out of plastic. And I have the silicone tip on there. I did make the mistake once of having these without the silicone, and I brought it up to my mouth too quickly, and it kind of cut my lips. So I'm going for the silicone tip. But the smoothie straw is a great way to get more water in you. I was having lunch with a friend last week, and I asked for a straw at the restaurant. Yes, it was plastic, but it's hard for me to drink ice water from the rim. It hits my teeth. I don't like that very much. So that's not what I want to drink. If I'm going to drink a lot of water, I'm going to drink it through my smoothie straw or through a straw. And she had asked me, she said, "Do you drink from a straw to prevent wrinkles?" Which I think I've heard that, when you purse your lips, drinking from a straw actually causes wrinkles. I don't know. And I just told her, I said, I can drink a lot more water when I drink from a straw. And she was like, "I never even thought of that." So if you're having trouble getting your water in you, get the smoothie straw. She uses one of those water bottles that has an alarm on it, if you will, like it flashes. I don't know if it vibrates, but it flashes if she hasn't picked the water bottle up within a certain period of time to take a drink. If you need that kind of reminder, by all means, do it. But I promise you, when you start getting this first glass of water in you first thing in the morning, it will change your life. You'll start to realize, wow, I really am thirsty in the morning. And it will it'll set the pace for the rest of the day for you to continue the hydration habit, if you will. All right. So we have setting your intention, and we have drinking a full glass of water. However you want to do that, iced, room temperature, whatever, I don't care. And of course, whatever time it is, I don't care. So the third thing, in order to really get your day going, is getting outside and viewing the light. So there's so many studies. I mean, the world of light, our health and light is just completely opening up. And what you have to recognize is that there are different wavelengths of light from the time the sun rises and all the way through the course of the day until the time sets. And those wavelengths are necessary for different parts of our brain, and of course, the different receptors within our body, to be able to do certain things. throughout the day. So if you, excuse me, if you go outside first thing in the morning and you got your water out there, and I take the dog. So again, I'm doing all of these things. The dog needs to be greeted first thing in the morning. He wants me to throw the ball for him. He's happy to see me. So I take my water, I go outside with the dog. So I'm viewing that ambient light. The sun isn't quite up yet when I go out, but it's still light outside. And so I'm still getting these wavelengths into my receptors in the eyes. And what's important about that is that actually starts to flush out. There's certain hormones that build up at night that allow us to sleep. And so these receptors start to then flush out the light exposure to the receptors starts to flush out these sleep hormones, if you will. And then it allows our wake hormones to start to come up. Now, if you drink coffee right away in the morning, you actually block your body's ability to flush out the sleep hormones. And it's not like it goes away. It just stays there circulating until mid-afternoon. And then what do we get? We usually get like a mid-afternoon crash. So if you can wait at least 30 minutes to an hour before you have your coffee in the morning, that will help all of those hormones to flush out first, and then get your wake hormones coming in, and then you can have your coffee. So the importance of really getting that light is going to actually set the pace, set the tone for the whole rest of your day. If you're somebody that gets sleepy in the middle of the afternoon, maybe the first thing you're doing is drinking coffee, and it's blocking those receptors. And then by the time the coffee's worn off, now the sleep hormones are still there and they're circulating, and now you're sleepy again. So you have to start to think about this. And if you have issues with sleep, then getting this exposure to all of the wavelengths of light from morning to evening will actually help you to reset your circadian rhythm. And this is what we function on. We function on the natural light as humans, as mammals. And unfortunately, we have so much exposure, excuse me, to the unnatural light. I'm sitting in front of a computer screen right now. The lights in my house are off. I usually keep the lights off. And then at nighttime, I usually keep as many lights off as possible or keep dim lights on. So the more lights we have on, the more UV lights we're exposed to, the more we're going to throw off that circadian rhythm. So I did a whole podcast or two on sleep and as it relates to light and several other things, but this is just something simple for you to do without getting too deep into all of the data around light and sun exposure. If you can just get outside, get a little bit of exposure for about 10 minutes, you will again set the tone for the rest of your day. It's pretty easy to do now that it's summertime here in Michigan, and it's nice. We can walk outside. So it's a little harder to do. I will come and stand by the window in the winter because I'm not going outside when it's 10 degrees out. So not until I have to. So, and in that case, in the cooler environments, I actually won't wear sunglasses on my way to the office. I'll keep that light exposed. I usually don't wear sunglasses either unless I feel like I'm getting a little bit of light sensitivity. So this isn't to say to, stare directly at the sun. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about just standing outside and you're getting that ambient light, just the surrounding light that's coming into your receptors. So it makes a huge, huge difference. And, likewise in the evening, I'll go outside and I'll try to stay outside as long as I can until the sun sets, because again, those particular wavelengths are doing a really great job of balancing my hormones, bringing in certain things that I need and getting rid of things that I don't, so that I can then sleep. And then the same thing when you have your wake cycle. And likewise, go out in the middle of the day and get the ambient light. So, as much as you can be outside, we are beings that are supposed to be exposed to sun and to light in the natural form. Again, we're having really hot days here in Michigan. And so a lot of people, can't go outside because of their health. Maybe they have breathing issues, maybe they just don't sweat very well. And so it's a detriment to them to go outside when it's really, really hot. So you want to be even more mindful, if that's the case for you, that you can get out in the early part of the day as well as in the later part of the day so that you get some light exposure without putting yourself in harm's way from the heat. So personally, it's been 95 degrees here the last several days, and I'm outside almost all day. I love it. I sweat. It feels amazing. And I'm hydrating. I'm drinking lots and lots of water, staying really well hydrated. It feels amazing to be outside and moving and exercising and gardening and doing all of the things that I like to do out, my hobbies that outside of the office. So there you have it. So those are your three tips for today's Reset Monday. So we have tip number one: set your intention. So again, if your intention is to drink water, drink water. My intention, every day I'm setting this intention, I want to write one thank you note to someone. Maybe it's somebody in my practice. Maybe it's somebody who had an impact on me, an influence. Maybe it's somebody that I just met in passing who, made an impression. So I am sending out one thank you card a day. Now you might be saying, one, I mean, why wouldn't you do like five? And listen, we know how this works. If we start to throw too much at ourselves, then we can't attain that goal. One feels very attainable. One feels like success. And if I get two done, great. But I'm setting the intention for one thank you card a day. Maybe you'll get a thank you card from me. So, all right. So we have our set our intention, drink a giant glass of water, get that smoothie straw if you need to. And then our third one is go outside and spend a few minutes outside, exposing yourself to the light, play with the dog, just hang out there, get some fresh air. The temperatures are usually great in the morning, so you can get that fresh air, get the ambient light, and drink your water outside while you're enjoying a beautiful sunrise. So, all right, you guys, I hope that was helpful. That is today's Reset Monday. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought, and let me know if you feel like you're going to be able to do this. I want to know, what is your morning routine, and let me know if this is a simple thing for you to add into your daily habits. All right, have an amazing week. I'll see you next Monday for Reset Monday.